In our last episode, we uncovered the years that tested everything: the grit, the patience, the belief that kept a dream alive even when the odds did not. And every journey has a moment when the tide finally turns and when the years of effort starts compounding into results, when the lessons hard earned begin shaping a legacy. This episode is about that moment. The first real wins, the leaders who stood tall, the culture that turned one man's vision into a collective mission. Because building a company isn't just about systems and strategies, it's about people who believe, evolve, and lead with heart. Now, let's talk about what truly changed after 2018, not just in numbers or scales, but in the mindset. What was that one big achievement that made you feel now we are on the right track?
Around 2018, Shweta, one month I started working full time in Fusion. We were changing things, they were changing things, and I was the one who was fighting them all the time because I kind of realized it was not the Fusion is not going because of me.
Okay.
I am the one who is stopping everything because I have my own brain, my your own ideas, and you have your own team. And you know how to handle them, and sometimes they become very close to you. So I kind of realized I'm the one who is the bottleneck. So I started moving myself off from that everything, and they started coming in full time. They started changing everything, and the COVID stuck. I kind of remember we were planning to lay off around 40 or 50 people because one of the biggest client kind of say, listen, we don't need your services. And we have never ever laid off anybody in Fusion, never ever in all phases. And I was like, Shweta, what we will do? We need to, and again, act of God, we got work from one of the clients from US for a small bank, and they required 180 people in one go.
Wow.
2 days back, we were planning to lay off 40 people, and here we need so many people. So we started recruiting everybody who were laid off from other companies. And we started delivering before date. That was the moment I said, yes, we are doing it right. We are on the right way. We are on the right path, and we have the processes, we have the people who can deliver this.
Well, while speaking with the leaders and someone who kind of grew FBSPL like from a baby to what it is now, might not have been very satisfying for you to see that now is the time when I have to start taking a little step back. But now when we see you working so closely and you're out there, taking decisions like you have been doing earlier, I'm sure there would have been a graph of growth in you. As a leader, what brought that transformation and what all were those transformations?
The one thing I realized is I'm a person who doesn't know everything. I need to find people who know better than me. I always now trust, delegate, and take a step back as soon as I find somebody is doing better than me. I feel the time is the only thing which is not going to come back.
True.
So use your time wisely. If you don't know anything, hand it over to somebody whom you can trust, whom you know for sure that he knows better than you. I have started listening more than start to speak. Earlier I used to speak. Now I listen and then I speak. That's a big change. Second, another thing I started doing is I started reading a lot about not only about my field in terms of AI and all those kind of, but how other people behaviors, how other people react in a situation, what are the different psychology theories, how people react in a particular situation, so that I can handle them better. That change, that kind of change, because see, once you start a company, you are the accountant, you are the HR, you are the finance guy, you are
Absolutely.
the admin in charge also. So you start developing your own brain.
Right.
You have your own thought process how these things should run. But I kind of realize I'm the one who's bottling up Fusion's growth. So I learned that. I accepted that, and I took a step back. That was the thing which changed in me.
Now, We did describe the 12-year of phase in one sentence, like you said that that's how you would want to name it. If you have to describe the years after 2018 in one word, what would that be and why?
Magic.
Wow.
Magic. It will, frankly, if you look at Fusion's balance sheet, growth, people, after 2018, it has been more than 40-50% growth year on year. And it's not a fluke, it is a process. We know where we are going. We know some of the pitfalls which are going to come. We know there will be mistakes. There will be mistakes worth crores and crores, which we will make, but this is what the beauty of it. We are not in a second or third generation business where everything is fixed. We are the first generation. If we don't make mistakes, if you don't make the success, who else will? And we are not here growing, sitting here to grow 10 or 15%. We are want to grow 50-60%. To take those 50-60% of growth, you need to take risk. One thing I know for sure, I have seen very few people taking risk.
True.
And successful people are the only one who take risk.
Absolutely, sir.
Sometimes you call it your gut feeling or whatever. I call it one thing, until unless I don't jump, I will never know what is going to happen next. We need to take risks. We are taking risk. If you look at last year, yes, we have lost some money in some of the ventures, but we have done beautifully in some of the other ventures. So it will happen. Sometimes we hire somebody with a lot of hope, with a huge fat paycheck, but we realize after 4 or 5 or 6 months he was not that worth. Right. So earlier we used to realize somebody in let's say 6 months. Now we realize in 2 or 3 months whether he is going to deliver or not. But risk. One thing I will say, me and Shweta and Verma sir will keep on taking. And compared to both of them, I will keep on taking more because that is what I am. And I know, and I very well know where we will be in few years.
Now let's talk about the people. Who were those people who stood by you through all the storms, the real pillar behind the success?
FBSPL isn't built by one person. It is built by a tribe. There were many people. If I'm going to name, I may miss out some names, but there were few people whom I will always consider as pillars or growth, people who grew. Rohit Gupta, Himkar, Dheeraj, Abhishek Nagda, Dinesh Nagda, KB. Yeah, so these are the people who were initially with me, and a few of them are still with me. But it is being developed by a tribe. Now, when I look at the phase 2, that is Fusion FBSPL 2, look at all these people. Like I said, Shekhar is there, Ankur is there, Bhavishya is there, Niti is there, and most importantly, Verma sir is there, Shweta is there. So the company is, no company can be made by one person. It is built by multiple of people, multi people. And for me, I'm so lucky, God bless, touch wood, I'm so lucky. I have not 10, 20, I've had 900 people, 1,000 people who are my growth pillars, who just dream of one thing, to make this company a force to reckon with, not in India, but everywhere on this world.
Absolutely.
So maybe in 10 years from now, if you ask me the same question, I need to name some 1,000 people. Yes, and right now I may have missed few names there, but everybody contributed so beautifully here. Leadership for me evolved from control to trust. Earlier, I was controlling everything. Then I started trusting people. Yes, we will make some mistakes, but who doesn't? I have made more mistakes than anybody else.
Yeah, maybe.
So you leave your control, you start trusting people. Once you start trusting people, they create beautiful stories.
And while you look out and about, how do you spot that FBSPL material?
I just look for hunger and humility. For me, I cannot work with an aggressive person. For me, somebody who's trying to be over smart, somebody who's loud, I cannot. For me, somebody has to be humble, has to be respecting his or her roots, and somebody who comes with a very beautiful, family background. I don't believe in resumes. I just say skills. And frankly, if you ask anybody in Fusion, have sir looked at your CV? No, I never. I just asked 2 or 3 personal question, and that's it for me.
And that takes me to the follow up question. You have been talking about the other leaders around. You have been talking about you not looking through the resumes, but looking through the qualities of the people. Why do you think you prefer building leaders better than you?
Because that's legacy. When you build leaders, you create legacy. You create you create multiple entrepreneurs within your company.
Right.
People don't remember your strategy. People don't remember what you say. People don't remember what you have paid them, but they remember how you treated them. Whenever I meet my team members, I teach them only one thing: treat everybody nicely. Some people may be doing mistake, but tell them very nicely. Don't shout on them. Let them know they are making mistake, and if they keep on making, yes, there are ways to let them go, but never be bad on anybody. Never disrespect anybody. For me, that's my leadership, and that the only thing I teach everybody. Be humble.
Now you have been talking about teaching. You've been talking about teaching people to be humble. What's that one thing that people taught you that you think books could have never taught you?
Books teach management. People teach leadership.
Wow.
See, books will always tell you in this situation do this, in this situation do this, but sometimes the situation depend on the person. So one thing I still remember. I was going in an auto somewhere, and this guy was driving his auto very nicely, and he was just about to hit somebody. The other guy was wrong. He was right, and normally we will feel, hey, that guy will start, the auto guy will start shouting. And he was like, he stopped the auto and he told that guy, listen, there is a family waiting for you back there. Even when I'm giving money to a beggar on the road or somebody, I say thank you that God has given me that kind of power that I can do something for somebody. And this has been taught to me by people only, by my parents, by people whom I met in my life.
That kind of talks in length about the kind of culture that you would have in an organization. What makes FBSPL's culture unique, especially if I want to compare it with any other typical outsourcing company?
See, balancing structure and emotions was the hardest. In earlier years, we had soul without systems.
Right.
Later, we risked system without soul.
True.
Now, today, we have both.
Yeah.
If you look at it, if you look at when Verma sir and Shweta came in, they built a lot of system and everything, and people started feeling alienated that we have been gauged by numbers and numbers and numbers.
Right.
And I was the one who was kind of soul. I was like fighting for them. Listen, where are my boys? They are not happy. They are not getting parties and everything. But now it's a mix of both. It's a mix of both. Systems were needed, soul was also needed. And now we have both. And I feel happy about it. Yes, out of 1,000 people, 200 people will not be satisfied, but 800 are.
Yeah.
That's a big success.
Of course.
One thing I very categorically state everywhere: I can satisfy the need, but I cannot satisfy the greed.
Well, we have been speaking that since Shweta ma'am and Vinod sir started working with FBSPL full time, there have been change in the journey. We have worked more upon documentation, on the structure. We've talked about the process. How did it shape what we are today?
See, data became our second language.
Yeah.
We kind of realize it, कि if we do not look at data, we are not going to have a soul. If we have only soul, we will not have the data. That is the money.
Absolutely.
So you need to have a combination of both. So it is a structured chaos now. You look at as if as a jazz band. Everybody is playing their tune and everything, but there is a rhythm to it.
True.
So in a growing organization or in a successful organization, you need a perfect combination of data as well as soul as well as processes, and some rules and regulation has to be there. Our organization cannot be in a startup mode all the time. It has to go into a growing or a matured company kind of structure. So that, that those systems need to be followed for me.
Now, what departments or the functions today can truly define our company's identity?
When you look at, we have extensively developed our own ERP, which we have multiple dashboards, KPIs, and everything. Even how are we enjoying our work or not?
Yeah.
Are our clients satisfied? Are we making money? Are we paying on time? That everything is there on the dashboard, and it is accessible to everybody in the organization. That one department is like, I will call it the analytical brain of our organization, which keeps us grounded as well as motivated also. So yeah, that's there.
All right. And there are some programs that we run in FBSPL, namely some of them like ADC, we have ACL. Are they just trainings or do they mean more than training to you?
See, one thing, I will be very honest. Whatever this organization and whatever we as a leaders are in their organization are only because of these programs. That is ACL. These are the programs run by our management consultant and multiple teams, which they come from Delhi as well as Vinod Verma sir also. So these programs develop our leadership quality, give us the leadership tools, give us the analytical tools. So these programs are very important. One thing we have kind of realized, when you are scaling up, there are many pitfalls. There are ego clashes also. Right. But through these programs, one thing we have kind of realized, yes, egos will be there, clashes will be there, but it should be taught in the room, not in the corridor. These programs gave us the sight or even a vision how a leader should be. We all are not born leaders. I haven't done MBA. I don't think other than KB in my organization, anybody have done MBA. But only because of these programs, we know what is leadership, how to handle team, how to manage team. So these programs are very important for us.
And all these energy and all these revolutions kind of come from the young hearts. Why would any young person want to join? I rephrase. Why would any young person from a small town want to join FPSPL?
Because of us, our culture. We are a young organization. I am like 18 years old. Still, I am still 18-year-old. Anytime I listen to music, I get crazy about dancing. And this is how my team is. This is a growing organization. Yeah. This is an organization which has shown Udaipur as well as our clients that something from a very small town can be developed, can be built, and can be appreciated. Right. There are more than 1,000 people working in the organization. That's itself a proof that everybody is creating a very beautiful story. And many of us here are working for more than 10, 12 years now. It shows this organization has some strong fundamentals. We have some strong ethics, and we have a culture. Look at our town halls. They are nothing small, nothing small than a big, huge event. I have seen very few companies, organization doing something like our town hall or yearly retreat. This year, in the month of November, we are going to Vietnam, and more than 170 people will go from our organization. How many companies do that? And yes, they have their own ways or incentives for their team member. But for me, I know we all come from middle class background. For us, traveling overseas, sitting in a plane is such a huge thing. And if I enjoy, why not my team will enjoy? For me, it is very important that whatever good God has given to me should be passed to my team. I am not the one, or even for that, Shweta is the one who want to hold everything to us. We want to distribute it to our team. Because it is not us, but our team who have built this organization. I have spoken with multiple leaders, and I've always heard the entrepreneurs thinking that when we grow, our employees grow. However, here what I've seen is if our employees grow, our company grows because we have all seen the growth together. This part really shows that success isn't built in spreadsheets, it's built in the relationships. In our next episode, we look ahead.
at the future Madhukar envisions for FBSPL and how technology and purposes are shaping what's next. Thank you so much, and this was the episode of Built for Impact.